Oh, this is great footage. Here's footage of Mike Pence at a rally in the Village's senior community in Florida. Incidentally, Florida reported over 5,000 new cases yesterday. Now, it's possible this is a combination between Sunday and Saturday's reporting. Nobody's quite sure yet. This stuff filters through the system. But what is clear is that there was over 3,000 more infections this past week than there was the week before. That is the wrong direction for infections. Now, for those of you who are not familiar with Florida, there's a lot of senior citizens there. They are very, very vulnerable to this disease. I think we're about to see a bit of a spike in New York, frankly, over the next 2 or 3 weeks. And I think it's going to be sustained. I don't know that it's going to be what it was in the first round, but you
get your indoor dining in now, folks.
Indeed, or not, and maybe stop it. But here is. We have reports where was it Osterholm, the one of the premier epidemiologists in the country? We had him on the program several months ago. Has said what was the actual quote that he said about Florida? That it's about to a
house on fire.
Florida will be like a house on fire in weeks with loose coronavirus restrictions. Says Osterholm. And here is Mike Pence bringing his COVID road tour to, of course, a senior citizen village, as it were. But have no fear, folks. I see at least 2 or 3 people out of that crowd of hundreds wearing a mask.
Jeez.
It must be nice to be that impervious to COVID. Here's more footage. Oh, there's one other person with a mask. Let's see. Is that a kissing booth? Is that a kissing booth they have there at the COVID rally?
Wouldn't put it past them.
Unbelievable. I mean, it's just unbelievable.
Are they working for Democrats?
Well, I mean, look,
trying to spread it to the villages.
I don't know if that's probably going to happen.
Seriously, they had a pretty good episode of Chapo about the villages, and I would never wish death on anybody, but if ever there were a concentrated group of people who constitute a negative force in American politics, they're definitely there.
Well, I mean, it's a little conservative in its worldview, this idea of personal responsibility, and but one would like to can mean your death. One would like to see our leaders who supposedly have access to the top public health officials in the country model and suggest certain behaviors that would not lead to the deaths of maybe thousands, hundreds, tens of thousands. We don't know.